sir. Welcome back to Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, know the voice on the guy. It's me, really Row, Villain Row, Terrell from Junior, and I guess I'm at your service. Breaking news: the picks have been horrible, horrible. And I said it. I jokingly said it after that first half of the season, the regression had to come. 70% is hard to manage. But Jesus Christ, I can't hit a bet. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, I just feel like I cannot get consistently going. Winning day after winning day after winning day after winning day. No, it's a losing day after a losing day. Maybe a winning day, and then another losing day. There's Will Poop, and then there's you. All right, hurry up, real quick. Recap. We'll talk about the winners. Well, I lied. The winner, and the winner was Mercury first half +3. Shout out to the refs who tried to. It was at one point towards the end of that first half where I think it was Sophie Cunningham. They called a 3 point. They called not a 3 point play, but they called a foul on her, and it clearly wasn't a foul. And then they reviewed it, which I don't know how they reviewed it because they said they used the coach's challenge, but the coach's challenge was used 5 minutes before that. But they reviewed it, and I said, "Oh well, if you're going to review it, you're gonna overturn it." No, they didn't. Okay, that was frustrating, but that ended up actually working in our favor. Everything else actually did not work in my favor. The Atlanta Dream game. The Dream started off slow, and I wasn't surprised. The Atlanta Dream typically start games off slow. In my defense, I probably should have been on Indiana first half and Atlanta money line. So they start off slow. They are. It's not like Indiana was playing any great all world defense, but oh my gosh, could they not hit a shot? Ryan Howard started the game 1 for 10. Yes, that same Ryan Howard that I told you to take the over 16 and a half, she started the game 1 for 10. She finished the first half with 3 points, ended up finishing the game with 16. Man, we got hooked on Ryan Howard. The Atlanta Dream couldn't hit a shot and then end up going down 18 just to battle all the way back and lose by 5. And they were in that game in the end, but ultimately the same thing came into fruition where they couldn't hit open shots. I think Nia Coffey had 2 open looks at 3 towards the end of that game, and where they could have took the lead, and she missed them. She was 1 for 5 from 3. Like it just wasn't good. It wasn't good shooting at all. 37% from the field. Man, okay, so we lose the Dream and we lose Ryan Howard there. And those are relatively close. 5 points, 1 point. We lose those games by. We go into the late slate. And I said, let's try the live betting. People may like it. A lot of people live bet. Things look well. I said, hey, if this Mercury and Liberty game starts off slow, let's get in on the over. Hey, if the Mystics win the first half again, as they always do, and I probably should have threw the first half play in there, just throw it in there, set it and forget it. Didn't. I said, oh, the Mystics are winning the first half again. Let's hop in on Storm -4.5. So after I placed that bet, the Mercury go on to the go on to the second half. They scored 29 points in the second quarter. They ended up finishing with 32 points in the second half combined. They absolutely did not do their part for the total. In fact, we got the second half total at 80 and a half. It ended up coming in at 78. Yeah, what's that, 78? I think so. Yeah, 78. Came in at 78. 3 points. 3 points. But the, the Phoenix Mercury. Mm, that hurt. That hurt. And then the Seattle Storm, I'm done with Seattle. I'm done betting Seattle. I will just wait until Seattle decides that they want to play basketball again. And because ultimately, if I overlook the 12-point third quarter that they had against the Mystics, in the beginning of the second half, Shakira Austin went down with an ankle injury. And in the beginning of the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, Ariel Atkins went down with an ankle injury. So they are down two starters in that fourth quarter. They're down one starter in the third, two starters in the fourth. They end up losing both quarters to the Washington Mystics at home. They gotta figure it out. They gotta figure. I know. They gotta figure that out. You don't. I can forgive because Washington's a really good first half team. I can forgive falling short in that first half, but that second half, that's ridiculous, man. And I think that's me. That has to be the jinx of me. That's what that is. That's the jinx of me right there. That's me jinxing. They weren't doing that, and so I went on this crazy, crazy cold streak. And you know what? Sometimes your plays just aren't hitting. If y'all do what you want with these plays, I'll tell you that. Do what you want with these plays. I got 3 plays again today. You do what you want with them because look at the every single play that I lost. I lost by less than 5 points. Every single one. Five or less. Let's just go ahead and flush that all away. All away. Yo, we're gonna take all of that negative energy, all of this, and oh man, I need the Kyrie Sage GIF. I gotta go find that. And we're just gonna we're gonna just toss that out of here. No way. No way. No way. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't even realize that. Five or less every single play. We're right there. What if this was a man, where the heater is coming? I don't care. I don't care. I feel like I'm not getting smoked in any of these plays. The heater is coming. The heater is coming. All right. Let's see here. Before we talk about that, hey, if you're wondering, whoa, I didn't get to see those live bet plays. Well, make sure you join that Betting Pros Discord. Hey, bettingpros.com/chat to get into that Discord. We have the Fast Break Bets channel, you have the Daily Juice channel, you have your regular sports channel, you have all of that, and you can have access to, hey, maybe your the weekends. Maybe you can go check out on the weekends and be able to get some picks on the weekends. Maybe you want to go in there and hey, we won't on it on the live bets today. Maybe we're on it tomorrow. Like we'll see. Especially shoot, might have some plays tomorrow if that game start off a little slow. So yeah, make sure you go ahead and check out the Betting Pros Discord, bettingpros.com/chat. Get in there, hop in there, and hey, let's fellowship, throw out some bets that you make, like anything like that. Hey, actually, if you go in there and you ask me what I like, you could actually do the opposite because there's some type of dark cloud over me. So hey, I love it. Make sure you tap into that Discord, bettingpros.com/chat. Make sure you hop into that Discord and chat up with me, chat up with everybody in the network. All right, let's get this over with, guys. We only got one game in the WNBA on a Tuesday. Las Vegas Aces are on the road going to play the Dallas Wings. Aces are laying 8.5. 178.5 is total. Yeah, guys, when you're trying to get out of a slump, you just gotta stick to your guns. Well, maybe not, because you're in a slump. Maybe you need to do something different. Maybe that's my problem. I need to do something different. I'm gonna stick to my guns here, and I'm not questioning this. Going to take the over 178 in this game. I understand it's a rather high total, but I trust these two teams if they're going to do anything at all, especially the Dallas Wings. They're going to push. They're going to. Excuse me. Wow, didn't even get to say that right. But if they're going to do anything at all, these two teams, they're going to push the pace and they're not going to play any defense. Historical matchups, and it's pretty much par for the course for you getting to see a lot of points in between these two teams here. You look at the last few games, they've fallen 180, 167 and a half, 174, 175, 174 and a half. Like these are pretty high totals here. And I mean, the games are stepping up to the occasion. Look at the past 5 games these two teams have played: 189, 176, 125, 175, 180, 188, even before that, 195. Jesus Christ. And so it's really the fact of this Dallas team pushes the pace. They're incredibly fast. They don't slow down. The Aces number one in pace uh, over the past this season as well. Dallas at home is fourth in pace. So they really, especially at home, they really push the pace at home. Aces first and on the road in terms of pace. But look at the defensive numbers. Like it's just absolutely abysmal for the Dallas Wings, giving up 92.6 points per game in their last 13 home games. Aces on the road giving up 82 points per game. It's not like they're doing much better. And they're both scoring. And it's because the Wings like to push the pace, push the tempo, get to their spots, go in transition, and uh play also on from the outside in, especially with Satu a lot more. Satu is very good in passing out of the post, and she's able to find a lot of open 3-point shooters. And then the Aces have Asia Wilson, and Asia Wilson is still one of the best players on the planet. She carries this team with Kelsey Plum and with Jackie Young, despite the inconsistencies they may have. The consistency that they do have is they put up pretty solid games against Dallas. And so you add all of that component. You have Becky Hammond, who is now tinkering with that lineup, and they're finding ways to generate more offense. They started excuse me. They started Megan Gustafson. I always butcher her name, man. Gustafson. I always butcher that name. Jesus Christ, it's really hard to roll off the tongue. I need some culture. I need to go out of the country and I need to go to another country and just learn how to actually talk and say their names because this is embarrassing. All right. Nonetheless, she stretches the four, she shoots the three. She created more offense for them in that Sky game when they really needed it. It was a point where they couldn't buy a three, and Megan was going out there and able to chop a couple and kind of give them some life there. And I think it's going to be a lot of the same here. This Dallas Wings team does not back down to this Aces team. They may be outplayed, outgunned, outmatched at times, but they continue to play really hard, challenge every possession. And while these scores do get up there for the most part, while the score of these games really does get up there in the most part, I I truly believe that this Dallas team constantly just battles this Aces team. And so even though things are going horribly, terribly, incredibly wrong for for the Wings this season, I just think that this is a very good opportunity for them to, hey, let's get up for this game. We're at home. We can do this. I wouldn't lay 8.5 with the Aces because I struggle laying that many points with teams that don't play defense on the road. This is a good spot for the Wings to get up for this game. I'm not taking the spread, but I'll take the points. I think points are going to happen regardless. And hey, maybe the Aces do blow them out, but I don't think the Wings are going to just go away and not be able to score. No. So over 178 and a half, minus 105. It's play number one. Play number two. Hey, we're going back to it. Las Vegas Aces, Asia Wilson. She's going to get past this little slide that she's on. I understand it hasn't been the best the past 3 games. This is a completely different defensive team in the Dallas Wings. I think that they're how how well Asia Wilson can play in transition and be able to play when the pace is up. I think that's going to mean a lot. I think that's going to result in better looks for her. She's going to be able to finish. She's going to be able to get to the foul line. I just have a hard time not betting Asia Wilson props. I really do. So Asia Wilson over 26.5. I expect to see a lot of points in this game on both sides. I think Asia Wilson is going to be the leader of that. And that will parlay me into parlay me into play number 3, where I back Kelsey Plum. And I take Kelsey Plum over her 17.5 points. And she's been really, really good versus this Dallas Wings team. Look at what Kelsey Plum has done against the Dallas Wings in her head to head matchups. And she has put up 23, 20, 11, 18, 25, 20, 28, 21 points in those matchups. Last 5 games. Overall, last game she had 18, and what started off as a really bad shooting performance against the Chicago Sky. Then she really, really found her shot in that second half. 18, 11, 20, 18, 13. She's been over this 17 and a half in 3 of her last 5 games. She's been over 17 and a half in 62% of her games in 2024. And like I said, 88%. She's been over in, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the last 8 versus Dallas. Kelsey Plum's been really good. This is another very good spot for them. Again, we talk about how bad Dallas is defensively. I'm always fine fading Dallas. Kelsey Plum has gone over 17.5 points in 6 straight games against bottom 5 defenses for points allowed. She's averaging 24.3 points per game on average in those games. I think this is another good spot. I like points. I think the points are gonna happen in this game, this matchup historically overall. So we'll take the points, and I'm gonna take 2 of the best players that have been scoring for the Aces, Asia Wilson and Kelsey Plum, to be able to get it done. So rounding things out, that's all 3 plays. Aces Wings over 178.5. Asia Wilson over 26.5 points. And Kelsey Plum over 17.5 points. 3-0. Please, please, gambling gods, please just make this so simple for me. All I ask. 3-0. Let the heater begin. And let's get these units back, man. Let's get these units back. Because this is criminally bad. There is a certain person that I feel like right now, and I don't like when I feel like that person. And so I don't want to be a walking fade like that person. I'm gonna let you determine who I'm talking about. But I don't want to be a walking fade anymore because oh my gosh. And I hope I hope that Trent dude don't end up. I hope he does. Well, he doesn't watch WNBA that much, so he shouldn't jinx any of those plays. He did get me on the Aces one day, though. He did get me on the Aces one day. But come on, come on, come on. Let's go, gambling gods. We need to get the heater going. We need to get the heater back going. All right. Thank you, everyone. Sorry for the picks. Sorry that it looks so bad, but it'll be all right. We're gonna get it back. So make sure you follow us at on X or TikTok at BettingPros. Make sure you follow, subscribe, like all that stuff on YouTube, youtube.com/bettingpros. Hey, make sure you go and leave me a review. I'm telling you, you're gonna want to leave reviews. I got some stuff planned. You're gonna want to leave reviews. Make sure you go do that, bettingpros.com/fast, to go leave a review for this show. Hey, you can talk about how bad the picks have been. That's fine. If you need to vent and let it out, please do that, because they have been bad. I really, really have. I really, really need it. So, all right. Uh, what else? else? What else? What else? Oh, Instagram. Hey, go give us a follow on Instagram. Betting Pros at Betting Pros NFL. But other than that, I think I actually hit everything. And you've been listening to Fast Break Bets. Well, you kind of been listening to Fast Break Bets, but they're not good picks. So you might not be listening. You might just be playing this, and you just like hearing me talk. But we're gonna get it back. 3-0. I'm calling for it. 3-0 day. This is it right here. This changes the tide. It's easy to see a tide turn. All right. I'm done talking your head off. See y'all.